This was the hardest interview in the world. The moment the candidates received the test paper, they froze, because the test paper was a blank sheet of paper. Everyone was confused, but no one dared to speak, because before the exam began, the examiner announced 3 strict rules. Rule 1, no talking to the examiner or the security guards. Rule 2, no leaving this room. Rule 3, do not stain or damage the test paper. Even violating one rule would result in immediate elimination and the loss of a job with a $5 million annual salary. After confirming the rules, the examiner started an 80-minute countdown, and then left the room. Everyone stared at the blank paper, completely lost. No one knew what the answer was. As time passed, a woman finally couldn't take it anymore. She believed the company wanted them to be creative, so she picked up a pen and began to write. But the moment she wrote her name, a security guard walked straight over, grabbed her, and threw her out of the room, because she had violated Rule 3 by staining the test paper. After seeing the woman eliminated, everyone else immediately put down their pens. But one person suddenly realized that the examiner had only mentioned 3 rules. That meant as long as they didn't break those rules, everything else was allowed. So he casually stood up and began practicing Tai Chi. Seeing that the guards had no reaction, he became even bolder and started greeting the others, because the rules only said they could not speak to the examiner or the guards. It didn't say they couldn't talk to each other. The others realized this was allowed and began talking as well. They started thinking about why the paper was blank. Then Lisa stood up. She said, "What if the paper was made with some kind of chemical substance? Maybe the questions would appear under certain lighting." Everyone thought she might be right, so they held the paper close to the ceiling lights, but nothing happened. Then Jack said maybe it needed a special kind of light, like ultraviolet or infrared, but there was nothing like that in the room. At the same time, a blonde woman noticed an emergency light on the wall. To test the theory, they broke one of the lights. A few seconds later, a blue emergency light turned on. They immediately tested the papers again, but the sheets were still blank. Mike thought they had chosen the wrong color. Maybe there were other lights in the room. At that moment, Anna noticed another light tube on the wall, so they smashed it as well. Soon an orange light lit up. Everyone rushed over to test again, but there was still no change. At this point, David decided to try a different method. He brought over the eliminated woman's test paper. He believed the paper must be made of special material. Maybe shading it with a pencil would reveal something. But again, nothing changed. Since light and pencil didn't work, he decided to try liquid. After saying that, he tore the test paper into 2 pieces. He handed one piece to John, asking him to test it with saliva, while he used urine for his own experiment. In the end, this method didn't work either. Everyone felt helpless. Then they noticed Paul, because from the moment they entered the room, Paul had never stood up once. They asked him why. Paul looked at them and said something strange. What they didn't realize was that Paul had just revealed the secret of the blank paper.